So today we'll move on into how to turn your passion into profit. That's another model. How to turn your passion into profit. Now, in the world that we live in today, there are a lot of people that are passionate about many things. And when you sit down to think about the concept of passion, a lot of narratives have been thrown into the public domain that has even sometimes caused some people to become confused. And so a lot of people say, well, I'm pursuing my passion. And because they don't understand how to turn their passion into profit, they end up with passion. So, and then some people will tell you, forget about passion, just go for money. Because how many people have pursued their passion and gotten something out of it? How many people have been able to produce results as a result of their passion? And so you probably hear things like, oh, is Dangote passionate about crude oil? Or is Dangote passionate about pasta? Or is Mark Zuckerberg passionate about algorithms and all this stuff? Well, there are dimensions to truths. And many times, one of the things that you would do that would be an error is to fight an ideology. No. You try to understand the different ideologies in order to be able to have a robust and holistic understanding of the way things work. So I'm going to be talking to you, and I'm going to be explaining different aspects to this subject of passion, turning your passion into profit. Now, your profit is tied to your passion. Your treasure is tied to your talent. Your profit is tied to your potential. Now listen. I always say that your goal is tied to your gift, your treasure is tied to your talent, your profit is tied to your potential. But you see, when you are a man or woman that understands what we mean by gift, talent, and potential, you then understand that as a child of God and as an individual, your gifts, your talents, your potentials were put in you by God. And they were not put in you by God just for the sake of you having gift, talent, and potential. No. They were put in you by God because there is an assignment that gift, talent, or potential is meant to achieve or fulfill in life. So you need to understand that in order for you to excel. So for you to be able to turn your passion into profit, there are 12 different steps that you need to go through, which will be our focus. I don't know how far we can go today. Next week, Sunday is combined service, then I'll continue the next Sunday after Easter. Now listen. In order for you to turn your passion into profit, there are 12 steps. I call them P's, 12 P steps that we need to look into. But I want to focus extensively today on the first step and really understand and dissect this subject of passion. So if you are going to turn your passion into profit, the first thing that you need to do is to find your passion. Find your passion. Discover your passion. And that is what I want to focus on today. Discover your passion. What is your gift? What are you gifted in doing? What is your talent? What are you talented in doing? What is what are the potentials that you have discovered? Because one of the things I've come to realize is that in this world, you cannot succeed in what you are not gifted, talented, anointed, or trained for. Repeat after me: gifts, talents, anointing, or training. Again, say it loud: gifts, talents, anointing, or training. Anyone on earth that you see that is succeeding, they are succeeding because they are doing something that they are gifted to do. They are doing something that they are talented to do. They are doing something that they are anointed to do, or they are doing something that they have been trained to do. So your success is within these spheres of gifts, talents, training, and anointing. So you need to find your passion. What is your passion? Now, when you see statements like, is Dangote passionate about oil? Or is Mark Zuckerberg passionate? Or is Elon Musk passionate about electric cars or whatever? What people are saying is this: that many of the people that say that they are pursuing their passion, they have not understood what I want to teach you. Because you say you have a passion, but in what way does that passion meet a need? In what way does that passion become a product that is valuable? In what way does that passion produce money? So because people are not knowledgeable about how to turn their passion into profit, the passion ends up becoming a passion that does not help them to move on in life. So listen and listen well. Whenever you see anyone making money, if that thing they are doing to make money is not their passion, it's because their passion has directed them to that thing. So what do I mean by that? Is Dangote passionate about crude oil? If you sit down with him now, you will now hear things like, my passion is to make commodities available to people, or my passion is to see people have their basic needs met. I'm not speaking for you, I'm just saying that. So whenever you now sit down with those people, you will realize that it is their passion. So if your passion now is to ensure that people have access to education, that's your passion. Education. You may not start a school. You may have to now go into other things that will help people to get educated or educational products. If your passion is to ensure that basic commodities are available to people, that people have their basic needs met, you will now begin to see opportunities to do that, because opportunities are the doorways into wealth. So when you see people that are doing things that you might say, is he really passionate about that thing? It's because they had a passion to be rich. They had a passion to be wealthy. So that passion to become rich, that passion to become wealthy, that passion to make money now showed them an opportunity. Are you seeing it now? So that opportunity may not be their passion. That product or service they are selling to make money may not be their passion. But their passion to make money is what led them to it. Their passion to make money is what showed them those opportunities. Are you getting it now? So that is the balance that we need to have. Because a lot of people can be confused. Your passion may just be, I want to make money so that I can make a difference in my world. I want to be rich and wealthy. And because you want to be rich and wealthy, you begin to see opportunities. So when an opportunity comes for you to be rich, or an opportunity comes for you to be well, you don't need to be passionate about the opportunity. You just need to see the money in the opportunity, and then you plug into it. So that is why you will see a lot of people that are rich and they have money, but they are still doing, you're like, but they already have money. What else are they looking for? It's because their passion is bigger than the money you see them making. Do you understand that? So the first thing is to find your passion. Find your passion. Because a passion that you have not found, you cannot profit from. Because once you look at potentials, what we say, I've done a lot of series on maximizing your potential. And what we have said over and over again is this. Number one is to discover what your potentials are, which is find your passion. Number two will be to now develop it, to do things that will help you to become skillful. And then number three will now be to deploy it.